Can you tell us a bit about what you're doing?
Yeah, so I actually work for an organisation called the Wau Holland Foundation. We're a German charity committed to issues of free speech, free information and a free press. We work very closely with WikiLeaks, and I also work very closely with the Free Assange campaign and the Don't Extradite campaign and any other various campaigns that we have going on.
Awesome. You're busy then, right? Cool.
Busy, yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for coming down as well. It's great that you're here, man. What is this case really about? Really? If we strip away all the noise, what is it really about?
This is about the relentless persecution of a journalist based off how he fundamentally humiliated and embarrassed the CIA. That's really what we're dealing with here.
And now he's being punished.
Yeah, and the message is being set. The message has, to some degree, already been set. There is a chilling atmosphere for investigative journalism, for national security reporting. That's already seeping through. And actually what we will find if Julian is extradited is that actually the laws going forward will be so deeply undermined that the ability for journalists to do the real action, the real work that we need as part of the pillars of democracy will have been completely undermined.
100%. Are you confident, having heard the reports back from what happened this morning in the courtroom, that things are going in the right direction?
No, never, absolutely not. And that was to be expected. But it's always distressing and shocking to realise actually how bad these processes are.
Yeah.
So they are running on an antiquated audio system inside the court. They hardly anybody can hear it. If they're annexed, the audio is absolutely unbearable. I think even the remote access people are struggling with the microphones. I know that there was a break in the court proceedings while they tried to reset the microphone. But this is absolutely not acceptable. And they know that the eyes of the world are watching this case, and they still behave in this way. Right. So, no, we are not expecting justice to be served. We've never at any point expected justice to be served because this is not a legal case. This is a political case. And, Julian is being persecuted. That's what we're watching. So, but it's deeply distressing and it's deeply depressing.
So you're not expecting justice. So to preempt what's going to happen if the worst it happens tomorrow, what happens next? Is this fight over or?
No, the fight will never be over. And, for us, for Stella, for Kristen, for WikiLeaks, this fight will last as long as Julian is inside prison. And, we will fight for the rest of our lives if that's what we need to do. Our hope is that there will be, obviously if it is the worst case scenario, then we have the option to take it to the European Court. The European Court is not a given. It is not we can opt out of this system and try and find some support in Europe. This is not that way. It's a complicated system. They very rarely rule in favour of people who take their applications to the European Court of Human Rights. I think from last year there was 60-something applications of a similar nature that went to the European Court. One was ruled in their favour. So, none of these systems have the conclusions that we're looking for, that we want. We need somebody to intervene, drop the charges and release Julian Assange. But, the hope is that, obviously the main hope is that actually tomorrow they do, or at some point, again, we don't know when the judgment will come, but they will allow a full hearing. This is just permission to get a hearing. It's wild.
Right.
But that's what Julian should have. He should go to the High Court. He should submit the entire 162 pages of appeal that we've had. That should be heard in the High Court. That's the best possible situation. That best possible situation means Julian spends months or years still in Belmarsh prison. It's outrageous either way you cut it.
Yeah.
But obviously our main hope is that we block the extradition.
Right. Okay. Well, before I let you go, everybody watching this on Stella Assange's live stream from all around the world who wants to get actively involved and amplify the cause, if you've got anything you can tell them that they could get involved in and help with this cause.
Well, I know that Stella's team around Stella have built her social media. Her profile is fantastic. We need you to stay engaged. We need you on the streets. There is a demo tomorrow. All this stuff is kind of weird because we can't give you exact times. We don't have them. But there will be a march going from the Royal Courts of Justice to Downing Street. We need you on that march.
Right.
The more public pressure there is, judges are sensitive to that. And that's what we need. We need boots on the streets. We need loud voices. We need placards. we need them to know that we're watching and we care and we're not giving up. You know, this fight lasts as long as Julian's in prison.
Fantastic.